Okay. So types of adverbs. First is adverb of time. That means when. Adverb of frequency means how many times. Adverb of place means where. Adverb of manner means how. Adverb of degree means to what extent. Okay. So these are the examples. Adverb of time, before, since, yet, soon. So adverb of time means something happening only once. Then it is time. I have heard this before means that happened at that particular time. One time. I have not seen him since. So then again, it's time. I haven't spoken to her yet. Time. She'll be here soon. So she's going to come only one time. That is soon. So it's time. Because it is telling you that some action is going to happen, or some action has happened, or some action is happening. But if the same action keeps on repeating, maybe always, maybe usually, maybe normally, maybe often, maybe sometimes, maybe occasionally, maybe once, then it is frequency. And it may, even if it is never, then also it comes in frequency only. Okay. So it's always called, I normally go, they often, I occasionally. Okay. Then comes place means where. Now, where can be here, everywhere, near, nearby, down, away, backward, upward, right? Is that your scarf there? Okay, I've lived here for about 2 years. I walked backwards towards the door. She turned her face upwards to the sky. So all of these are adverbs, which is telling you where the action happened or where the action will happen. Okay. Adverb of manner means how. So how did the soldiers fight bravely? That adverb of manner we have done in grade 1 itself. Then comes degree, which means how, to what extent I am prepared. To what extent are you prepared? I'm fully prepared. To what extent you're busy? I'm rather busy. To what extent she's almost 60. Okay, they are perfectly suited. So which shows the uh, to what extent, like less, more, even more. Okay, so now you have to solve this. Two are manner, two examples are of manner, two examples are of degree, and two examples are of place. So you have to write in the chat box which are manner, which words are for degree, and which words are for place. Okay, done everyone. So adverb of manner is cleverly and calmly. Degree will be almost and hardly, and place will be indoors and nearby, right? Okay, now you have to tell me which is time and which is frequency. You have to write in the chat box. Which one is time and which one is frequency? Okay, so the answer is occasionally is frequency, recently is time, regularly is frequency, soon is time, and now is also time. I hope this is clear. Please type yes if it is clear. If there's doubt, you can type in the chat box. I will unmute you. If anyone has any doubt in adverbs, types of adverbs. Okay, everyone is clear. Good. Now, punctuations we've already done. Just this parenthesis is a new thing, which means putting something in the bracket, round bracket for the extra information. Now, all of you will quickly read the example and full stop everyone knows. Let's not take this. Let's not take a comma. Everyone knows question. Everyone knows exclamation. Everyone knows. I want you to send me an example of semicolon, colon, question mark, quotation mark, apostrophe. Everyone knows. Hyphen is simple. And bracket. You have to send me 4 sentences, either here in the chat box or in the WhatsApp group. So semicolon we use for list of items. Sorry, semicolon is used for fanboys. Instead of fanboys, you can use semicolon. We have done fanboys yesterday. So for and nor, but like here in the example, my daughter is a teacher. My son is a doctor. So fanboys you have to use. So my daughter is a teacher, but my son is a doctor. So you can remove the fanboys, you can remove but, and instead of that, you can use a semicolon. So semicolon exactly does what fanboys do. So you can replace fanboys with a semicolon because we know that these are two independent clauses. So it's kind of 2 sentences. So you can have 2 different sentences, but instead of putting a full stop, we are using a semicolon because we want it to show the connection that these 2 sentences are connected. So instead of fanboys, we can use semicolon. When do we use colons? 2 dots to have a list of items either horizontally or vertically. When you have for example, I went to the market, then I will put, sorry, I went to the market to buy, then I will put 2 dots, mango, comma, oranges, comma, grapes, and apples. So I went to the market to buy. Before I start the list of item, I will put 2 dots, which is a colon. So here you can see you have 2 choices, 2 dots. Finish the work today? or use the contract. So when you give choice, you will put a colon. Quotation mark, we did 66.99. Okay. Whatever is being said directly in direct speech, then it comes in 66.99. Like for example, we call it 66. Okay, I work in Italy, comma, sorry, yes, and then 99. Said Jimmy. Okay, for example, Shweta said, comma, 66, whatever I said, I am teaching English, full stop, 99. Okay. And bracket is very simple. When you add some extra information, like here you can see the two brothers were learning how to play guitar. But in this sentence, you want to add that extra information that who two brothers, Richard and Siam. So that has been put into the bracket. Okay. If there's doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, I want you to write the examples. I'm a teacher, my sister is a lawyer. Yes, Nidhi, you are correct. So you can either type in the chat box. It's good if you type it here itself. I can just read it. So 4 sentences I want you to make. And the last one, which is written ellipsis, we know that we keep putting few dots when it is to be continued. Few dots. It shows that the sentences has something more to be continued. I want to buy bags, shoes, and jeans. Okay. We have shared in the group. Okay, why you have put Dr. D capital, teacher? Don't use capital in between. Huh? There are two plants, T is capital in two, whereas their T is small. So you have to take care of small and capital. Okay, we can go to cafe or we can go to. I'm a pilot. I'm a pilot, and then comma, and then 99, said Romy. Okay. Again, the too many T is capital, sister, Ria and Gia. Okay. But you have not used bracket, Aksa. You have to use the bracket. Two sisters, bracket, Ria and Gia. Okay. I finished my work early. No, therefore you cannot use Harsha. It should only be used for fanboys. FANBOYS. For, and, nor, but, yet, so. Yesterday we have done. You cannot use it for therefore. Okay. Colin. Okay, that's correct. Rest are correct. Okay. So you all can see the others work also. So I hope this is clear. So this is parent. This is where you have to add something additional. I'm still reading the anthology. Now, what is anthology? There are over 500 poems. Please remember to use paragraphs in your writing. Then in the comma you'll write. It makes it so much easier to read. Some people believe the Yeti. Then in the bracket you will put or abominable snowman. And the last one will be in the bracket 59 to 77 degree Fahrenheit. So that's an additional information. The next topic is homograph. Homo means same. Graph means spelling. So can you think of some words which have same spelling but different meaning? Can you write in the chat box some words which have same spelling but different meaning? Same spelling, Sushma, same spelling. See and see, what you have written is a homophone. Same sound you have written. I'm asking for same spelling. Nail and nail. Yes, Nidhi. Nail, one nail is that pin and one nail is our finger's nail. So the meaning is different, but the spelling is same and pronunciation is also same. So it is a homophone also and it is a homograph also. Can you write more? Shake and shake again? Yes. So shake, one shake is to shake our body and one shake is the milkshake, banana shake. Okay. So spelling is same, pronunciation is also same, but meaning is different. So it is a homophone also, a homograph also. Cell and cell with cell. It is cell. That's CELL. Show. Yes, show is one, the magic show. And can you please show me your work? Okay. So show and show. Now all of you have given me words which are homophones also and homograph also. Because they have same spelling also and they have same pronunciation also. So they are homophones also, they are homographs also. And if you have same spelling and same pronunciation, that means it is a homophone and it is a homograph, then those words are called homonym. So all the examples which you have given are homonym, but Petzela has written one sentence, one word, which is not a homonym. Why? Because read and read. Read and read has same spelling, but pronunciation is different. Okay, so it is a homograph, but it is not a homophone. So that is heteronym. I hope this is clear. So when you have same pronunciation and same spelling, but different meaning, that is your homonym. If you have same spelling, but different pronunciation, like read and read, then it is a heteronym. Okay. Can you think of some more heteronyms where you have the same spelling but different pronunciation? Try. Although heteronyms are very few, you'll mostly find homographs, homonyms, or you will find homophones. Homophones are very common. What is this, Nidhi? Harsha, this is homophone. The spelling should be same. You are writing different spellings. Different spelling is not a homograph. So it cannot be heteronym. It cannot be homonym. Only if the spelling is same, then it can be either homonym or heteronym. Spelling is same for both, but pronunciation will decide whether it is homonym or heteronym. Same pronunciation will be homonym, different pronunciation will be heteronym. Yes, live and live. One live, L-I-V-E, one live, L-I-V-E, same spelling, different pronunciation. Tear and tear, yes. Okay, so let's move to the, yes, wind and wind, minute and minute. Okay, so these are the examples of heteronym. Heteronyms are less. Homonyms are very common. So you can see these are homonyms, bat and bat, wave and wave, same pronunciation, same spelling, but different meaning. So the children need to solve this worksheet where they have to see a sharp, loud sound is bark, and this bark is also T trunk. A round object used in sports and a large formal dance. What it can be? Ball dance. A dark blue color and a fleet of battleship will be navy. Opposite direction to right is left, and to leave from somewhere. So all these are the examples. This is your homework. You have to do this and share it. Okay. This is your homework. And this is also your homework where these are. So the last 2 pages, please mark it as homework. I want you all, because I have to issue certificates, so your homework should be done. So these 2 pages, you need to, the last 2 pages are your assignments. Now, let us move to the page 6. We all have done articles, but here we are going to read the rules for using articles. So when do we use a or an? We use a for a and for anything which is only one, singular. A or an means it is one in number, and we all know that if it starts with a vowel sound, then we use an, and if it starts with a consonant sound, then we use a. But there are times when even if it is only one in number, then also you do not use a or an, but you use the. For an example, there are 2 sentences. I went to a doctor. I went to the doctor. Can you tell me the difference? When I say I went to a doctor and when I say I went to the doctor, is there any difference? You can type in the chat box. What is the difference when I say I went to a doctor and when I will say I went to the doctor? Yes, a doctor means any doctor, one doctor. I'm talking about any one doctor. But the means I know that doctor. You know that doctor. When I tell Neelam that I went to the doctor, that means Neelam knows which doctor I'm talking about. Okay. So when you are talking about something you already know, or you are telling to someone who knows about that, then to specify that particular doctor, you use the. Right? So if it is non-specific singular, we use a or an, but if it is specific, we will use the, even when it is only one, singular. Now comes plural. So for plural, if it is non-specific, we do not use any article. Okay. I like chocolates. I have pens. You don't have to use the. Okay, so no article comes for plural. Okay, for if you have more than one items, you will not use a, an, or the. But again, if I want to specify, if I want to stress, if I want to focus, if I want to tell you a specific about something specific, then I will have to use the. For example, I loved the chocolates which you gave me. So I'm talking about the specific chocolates. So the will tell that which chocolates I'm talking about. So if you have to stress or focus or give importance or specify the item, you use the. Otherwise, whenever you have plurals, any plural, cars, buses, people, benches, trees, you don't use any article. Use it to specify. Okay. So it was about countable and uncountable. Either it is singular or it is plural. We have discussed about singular and we have discussed about plural. So singular, we use a or an if it is non-specific, but we use the for specific. For plurals, we don't use a and or the if it is non-specific, but we use the for specific. So whenever you have to specify that this one, you have to use the, so that it it is clear that what you're talking about. Okay. Then again, we don't use any article, but if it is specific, we use the, like I drink milk, no article. I drank the milk from the jar. I am specifying the milk. So I have to use the. Okay. So definite and indefinite, um, a particular thing or a person. Okay. Particular nouns, the identities of which are known. We know about something, and we are talking about something which we know. The definite article indicates that the noun is specific. The speaker talks about a particular thing. The cat sat on the couch means the cat. We are talking about the specific cat. The dog attacked me. I'm talking about a specific dog which you know. Indefinite means something which is not clear, not obvious, not exact. It can be just any. Okay. So it's not clear that which pencil I want or which doctor I went to. Okay. And the noun is not someone or something in particular. So anyone, when it is anyone, then you use a or and. Like, do you have a pencil? So I don't want any particular pencil. It can be any pencil if you have any one pencil. I want to have an apple. That means whichever apple. Okay. Now, there are some specific rules also for these articles. So with ocean, seas, rivers, group of islands, we use the, for deserts, we use, for mountains, we use, for superlative degree, we have done the highest, the tallest, the smartest. Classes of people, when you have to classify a set of people like the principal, okay, the headmaster, the prime minister, the president, okay. We use a for jobs, a teacher. Okay. We use for definition. A catalyst is, we use a for exclamations. Wow, what a lovely day it is. So we use a for jobs, for titles, definition, sorry, for definitions and for exclamations. Now, for lakes, we don't use any article. For continents, for proper nouns, we don't use any article. For Shweta, we don't use any article for any proper name. Okay, just the Netherlands, the Hague that we are using is because we are specifying the some group of place. Okay, so now you have to do this page. Now here we have given this action as definite article and this is indefinite. Okay, you have to do this page and give me the answers. Okay, so I have lost the shoe. It was an honest mistake. The triplets are 3 years old. Ravi and his friends are in the kitchen. The hotel we are staying in is fabulous. Anna is the best swimmer. They have an interesting dilemma. We are staying in a fabulous hotel. He bought a new pair of binoculars. She really liked the kangaroos at the zoo. Did you walk to school? The school is nearby. The funniest clown was riding a unicycle. Is there any doubt? You can write a doubt. Write in the chat doubt so I can unmute you if anyone has any doubt. And if it is clear, please type yes so that we can move ahead. Why a unicycle? Nidhi, when you write unicycle, it is year plus oo. Year plus oo. And year is a consonant sound. Nidhi, is it clear? Petzula, is it clear? No. C. In unicorn, it is when you say you, how would you split the sounds? Y plus oo. And y is a consonant sound. That is why it is a. Acha, you want to ask why it is not the unicycle? What is the sentence? See. The funniest clown was riding. You are telling that he was riding something. Okay. So it is not that you know about it. You have been told that he is doing something. So you don't know about this. So it is a unicycle. Now is it clear? Or still there's any doubt? Petzila and Nidhi. Petzila is clear. Nidhi? Okay. Anyone, if anyone has any doubt, you can write in the chat box. Okay. So what are countable and uncountable nouns? So countable is how many, and uncountable is how much. How many apples do you have? But how much coffee, how much milk, how much money, how much pasta. Okay. So countable and uncountable, how much and how many. This is very simple. So and the, some, the. So most nouns are countables. Okay. They have, how do you check that is it's a countable? You check if it can be singular and plural. If it can be singular and plural, that means you can count. That's why you know that it is one or more than one. But if you cannot, if you don't have singular and plural of something like milk, what is singular and what is plural? No. Okay. So if it doesn't have a singular or plural, then it is not countable. Okay. So we say some, give me some milk. Okay. Or if you have to specify, then you use the also. Komal has a doubt. Okay. Komal, you can unmute. Yes, Komal.
Ma'am, in Jolly Grammar level 1, we have one page with a and for the children to just check whether there's a vowel sound, then add an, otherwise a. And for words like unicorn and all, check the sound is here. That is why we put a instead of an. But there is one more page wherein the is also included. So how much and how to teach to first grade children?
Which page? There's no page for the.
There is, ma'am, one page is for a and an, and after few topics, after verbs, there is one more page which has a and the. Wherein there is a picture and the children have to. When there's a picture and the children have to find out the words and put a and the in the options.
I don't remember we have the. Can you share that picture?
Actually, my book is in the office. I'll do it on WhatsApp and bother you a little for this query later.
I also have book. I will just see, but at this age,
Okay.
I don't think it is there because we cannot explain this to the kids.
It is written, there are 6 blanks and the children have to write.
Okay, then I'll just see it again. And it's just
Yeah.
that you have to tell if you are talking about something for the first time, it is or an. If you're talking about it the second time, it becomes the. Okay?
Okay, that's it. That's it to grade 1.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, Harsha, even I think so, but I will check because any new thing I have added in the
Ma'am, I'll
PPT,
send you the picture. Yes.
I'll check. Yeah. But yes, the children can be told very simply. If you know about it, use the. If you don't know about something, use a or an. Okay. Like if the child says, I have lost a shoe, then you can ask the children, don't you know your shoe? You know the shoe, right? So you have to use the. Okay. So how much and how many? Any other doubt anyone has? Okay. You can type in the chat box if you have. So these are countables and uncountables. Okay. And now you have to do this. This is very interesting. I'll just tell you the first example. You have been given the action and color. Okay. So this is a or an. This is adjective. This is a proper noun. This is something which action happening in present. And this is an adverb. Can you make a sentence? Type in the chat box. A or an. After that, you have an adjective, then a proper noun, then a present tense, simple present, and then you have adverb. Just put on the words and try to frame a sentence. Everyone write in the chat box. Third one is proper noun. Okay, so a vintage Rolls Royce. But then car, you cannot put Neelam, so yours is not correct. You cannot put any additional word from your own, you have to be specific. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be only 5 words in your sentence. Okay, a little dog runs quickly. Very good, Harsha. So now all of you try for the second one. Or you can do one thing, you can choose second, third, fourth, or fifth, any one, and write the number 2 so that we will have mix of everything. Someone can pick second one, someone can pick third one. So write the number and then your sentence, whether you are picking second, third, fourth, or fifth, so that we get for all. Ma'am, but dog is not proper noun. Who has written dog? Okay. In that sentence. Let me zoom it. I think it is not proper then. We cannot have adjective. Okay, sorry, it's a common noun. So dog is correct. It's common noun. We cannot have adjective before a proper name. Nidhi, your sentence. A big car rides. Yes, it is a common noun, so it's correct. Please try any one of the sentence, and when you write the sentence, put the number also. Okay, so third one, Harsha has written, I ran, but how it will be ran? It is in future tense. It's in future tense, Harsha. A small brown puppy barking loudly. Is barking loudly. But why loudly? It is not adverb. Mhm. Sentence is not correct. Why you have used loudly for the second sentence? There is no adverb in the second sentence. Third one, I will go to the park. Yes, Neelam, it is correct. What about others? Please try. This is very interesting. Children will love doing this. And you can also do this without colors. So if you have a sentence, you can do the actions and children can make a sentence. Dia ran on the wide road. Yes, Nidhi, you are correct. A girl is walking. Which sentence it is? Okay, first one. Okay, Aksa, this is correct. अभी एक साथ बहुत सारे मैसेज आ गए. Let me see. He sat. थर्ड सेंटेंस में ही कैसे आएगा? आई होगा ना, पिंक कलर. एक्शन देखो. I will go to the park is correct. Second में adverb है, नहीं है adverb. Second में कहाँ है बेटा? Second में नहीं है ना? Okay, वर्षा. You can unmute. Varsha, you can unmute.
यस मैम, देखा मैंने, नहीं है वो, कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है मोबाइल स्क्रीन पर देखते हैं।
Okay. Reena and Tina are laughing loudly. Yes, correct, Suchi. So, okay, fine. Everyone has given. So this will be very interesting for kids to do. Now let's come to the next one. Now, in the first sentence, Bill sent his cousin an expensive present. So, what Bill sent? Present. And to whom? Cousin. So, whatever he sent will be direct object, and to whom he sent will be indirect. Like, for example, the little girl sang. What did she sing will be direct object. To whom will be indirect. So, granny will be indirect. So, sandwich is direct, us indirect, flowers direct, mother indirect, letter direct, my friend indirect, football direct, through indirect, uniform direct, Sam indirect, story direct, her class indirect, meal direct, our guest indirect, homework is direct, and Miss Beach is indirect. So the person is indirect, and the the naming word is object. Now, if you have to change this sentence, they baked a lovely cake for Meg. So here it is a prepositional phrase, and we don't want a prepositional phrase, but we want indirect object. So now when you have to make the sentence will be they baked, Meg will come. Meg a lovely cake. Okay, so the children have to write like this. And Uncle Jim got a new tricycle for his son. So for his son is a prepositional phrase. I have to change it into indirect object. So Uncle Jim got his son a new tricycle. So here it becomes indirect object. Please type yes if this is clear. Sorry. If you have doubt, you can write doubt. If it is clear, type yes. So the person is indirect object and the naming word is direct object. Yes, I'm waiting for everyone. Either type yes or type doubt. If you have a doubt. Okay, clear. Okay. Okay, it's clear to everyone. So let's move ahead. Can you do the last one? Type in the chat box. Do the last one so that I understand that you have understood or not. The local farm sells the villagers. Yes, this is correct. Okay, good. Linking verb means is, am, are, was, were. Okay. So has been, are being, was, have been, will be, were. These are linking verbs. Now, sometime a normal, instead of is, am, are, was, were, there can be verb which links. Okay. There can be a verb which is not showing the action, but it is just linking the subject to the object. Like the flowers in the garden smell sweet. So it is linking. Yeah? So this is a linking verb. The rabbit's fur, what will come? Feels. This evening, you look. Her voice sounds. And the sandwiches taste. So you can see that these are 5 senses, right? So what is a linking verb? Some verbs are being words rather than doing words. They link the subject to the complement. Okay. So it is often a noun or a pronoun that identifies the subject or an adjective that describes it. The most common linking verb is to be. So is, am, are, इनको हम to be verbs बोलते हैं. Okay. Is हो गया, am हो गया, are हो गया, has, have हो गया. ये सब क्या कहलाते हैं? Being words. क्योंकि हो रहा है. Being, है ना? They are being very naughty. ठीक है? Not the doing words. ठीक है? The ceiling was, यानी हिंदी में हम बोले है, था, हो रहा है, होगा. So that's linking verb because it is connecting the subject to the object. They are being very naughty. पर क्या कर रहे हैं वो नहीं पता. The ceiling was incredibly high. Was. Both actors were. So these are linking words. But when you talk about these sentences, so here, which linking verb I just finished? What do these verbs have in common? So these are all senses. Okay. So if you read the question, what is written? Other verbs can be linking verbs too. It's connecting the subject to the object. So in this, they have to do the fill in the blank. And what is common? That these all are our 5 senses. Okay. Any doubt? तो चलना, उठना, बैठना, खाना, पीना, this is action. But यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Flower smells sweet, fur feels soft. That is linking. It's linking the subject to the object. So our 5 senses. Okay. Please type yes if it is clear so that I can proceed. Okay. Okay. Great. Relative clause. What is a relative clause? When you relate 2 clauses with these words, means when you have these words in your 2 clauses, joining 2 clauses, then it is, because this is a relative pronoun which relates, then it is called relative clause. Okay. So let's read examples. The doctor whom I saw, the tripod that he bought, my niece whose birthday is in September, the castle which they built, the weightlifter who won. Okay, so who, whom, that, whose, which, these are relative pronouns, and so the clause becomes relative clause. The whole, this is whom is relative pronoun, and this whole is relative clause. Okay, that is relative pronoun, and that he bought for his camera becomes relative clause. So the day on which the triplets were born, so this is relative clause. These all are relative clause. Now these clauses can tell you what? They can tell you where, they can tell you why, they can tell you when. So here the children have to tell on which. So it will be when. Can you tell for the remaining 3 sentences? The ancient city in which will be what? Where? For which? For which? The reason for which will be? No, why? Aksa, it will be why. The museum at which? The museum at which will be? Where? The year in which? The year in which? When? Great. Now, relative clause can be a very important information also. It can be some additional extra information, not so important information. So if it is very, very, very important information, you call it defining clause. But if it is something which is not so very important, it is non-defining clause. Okay. This is non-defining clause. Extra information is non-defining. Very, very important information becomes defining. Like here in all these sentences, we saw the woman. Now, I don't want to talk about any other woman, but only about the one who owns a blue bicycle. So it's a very, very important information because only that woman who owns a blue bicycle. Only that lion which escaped from the zoo. Only that man whose ceiling had collapsed. Only that author whom you like has written, whom you like. Only that pie that my niece is baking. So that's a defining clause where you have a very essential information. On the other hand, when you just put some additional, my dad likes roses. Now, who loves gardening? Now, nobody's, it's not needed, but you are just putting in additional information. Semi-precious stones, which my sister gave me. His friend is rather unsocial, whose name is Tom. Okay. So they have to rewrite the sentence, adding the extra information about the noun in bold, and they have to put comma around the non-defining clause unless it is at the end of a sentence when only the first comma is needed. Okay. So my dad especially likes roses, comma, who loves gardening, full stop. I had some semi-precious stones, comma, which my sister gave me, full stop. My friend is rather unsocial, comma, whose name is Tom, full stop. They would like to visit Rome, comma, where their cousins live, full stop. Jenny is coming to stay, comma, whom they met first time 40 years ago, full stop. So because all of these informations are additional information, so we call them non-defining clause. Colons and semicolons we have done. So we know that fanboys are replaced. So but, and, so, for, yet, they will be replaced with a semicolon. And colon, we know that when you have a vertical or a horizontal list. At the zoo, I saw colon, raccoons, beavers, turtles, bears, and many other animals. There is an important reason to eat broccoli. And then you are putting semicolon. It's extremely good for you. Instead of writing so, you are writing a semicolon. So this we have done, semicolon and colon. Now comes subordinating conjunctions. Yes, Aksa, you want to ask something? Aksa, you can unmute yourself if you have any. Yes.
Ma'am, instead of because, we can also use semicolon. No?
No.
Like this. Okay. Like this fruit is.
Only for the fan. Okay. Those are coordinating conjunctions. Now we are doing semi coordinate subordinating conjunctions.
Okay,
Where
ma'am.
we cannot use semicolons. Okay. So
Okay.
because, whereas, while, although, whether, unless, until, when, once, if, they are called subordinate clause. That means they depend on you. Don't, it doesn't make sense. If I say only this, it will not make complete sense. It is depending on some other main clause. So I am giving you 2 minutes. You have to do this worksheet and you have to share it. So what you have to do is, I'll just do one example for you. You have to connect the main clause and the subordinate clause. It is the same game, whether you call it soccer or football. So these are the main clause and these are the subordinate clause which depends on the main clause. So quickly do this and share it. Okay. So I thank my friends because they offered to help. I'm really sorry if I embarrassed you. We will not give up until we achieve our goal. His sisters loved ice cream. Whereas Ben preferred chocolate. I'll be holding the ladder while you are painting the ceiling. Sam finished her work. Although she had some interruptions, we can unpack our things. We can unpack our things. Once we have arrived, Miss Beat says, I cannot go unless you accompany me, and the donkeys often bray when the horses neigh. Okay. So these are complex sentences. When one sentence is more important, which is main, and one is subordinate. Okay. So these are the examples. Now, if you have main clause first, then you write it without comma. But if you have subordinate clause first, then you put a comma. So, like, if I have to write after he finished his toast, comma, Ted drank some fruit juice. So if you bring subordinate clause first, you separate it with a comma. Okay. Can you write one sentence? Please write this sentence with subordinate clause coming first. Type in the chat box so that I can check. How are you supposed to write? Yes. Before I go to school, comma, I'll clean my shoes. Great. I hope this is clear. Active and passive. So in active, you have subject first. In passive, you have object first. Nidhi wants me to explain again. Read the answer given by Harsha, you'll understand. You just have to put a comma. If the subordinate clause is first written, then you have to put a comma. Whenever we go to the movies, comma, we always eat popcorn. Wherever they went, comma, the route was hard and dangerous. Since he bought the suit, comma, dad has worn it. Okay. So when the subordinate clause is written first, you need to put a comma. Now clear, Nidhi? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to unmute Aksa and Deepali. If Deepali is there. Deepali, are you there? So Aksa, okay, there is some disturbance. So Aksa will read active sentences Harsha will read passive sentences. Yes, Aksa.
Reporters write news reports.
News reports are written by reporters.
Michael is baking a brownie.
A brownie is being baked by Michael.
The company hired new workers last year.
New workers were hired by the company last year.
The salesman was helping the customer when the thief came into the store.
The customer was being helped by the salesman when the thief came into the store.
They have already discussed the book.
The book has already been discussed.
He had delivered the letters.
The letters had been delivered.
The company will hire new workers.
New workers will be hired by the company.
She has to deliver the letters.
The letters have to be delivered.
She must deliver the letters.
The letters must be delivered.
So in Jolly Grammar, there is not much about active passive. It's just they have given this, that whether the sentence is active or it is passive, the child has to do only this much. If the subject is first, it is active. If object is first, it is passive. And this is the structure. So I dance, I paint a picture. A picture is painted by me. I am painting a picture. Picture is being painted by me. I have painted a picture. Picture has been painted by me. Did I paint a picture? Was I? Was the picture was the picture painted by me? Was I painting the picture? Was the picture being painted by me? Had I painted a picture? Had the picture been painted by me? Will I paint the picture? Will the picture be painted by me? Will I have painted the picture? Will the picture have been painted by me? So this is the structure. Now what are gerunds? Any activity. Okay. So it is ing, but here it is an object or a subject. They do what? Weightlifting, object. My new hobby is what? Canoeing, object. Building, what will start? Building. So that's a subject. Annie's greatest talent was what? Singing, object. Jim's what annoyed me? Jim's constant hiccuping. So hiccuping is subject. We heard what? We heard the neighing of the horses. So when you have ing word, which is an activity, a hobby, and it is used as a subject or an object, then it is gerund. Mostly we use it for activities. I like swimming, she likes cooking, I love reading, they love shopping. The main verb is not ing word. It is either subject or object. Like cycling is my hobby, or cycling is the best exercise. Okay. So these are gerunds. Type yes if this is clear. Idioms, we all know that they are muhavre, have some other meaning, not the literal meaning of the word. It's not hitting the hay, it means something else. It's not tying the knot actually, but it is to get married. This is something the children have to learn. Now these are modal verbs. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Today, the class will extend for a little. So in 5 minutes, you have to do this. You just have to write A or B. Okay. Geeta, don't write like this. It will be confusive. Please write it in as one single message for all the answers. Otherwise, I won't be able to know that you are writing A for what and B for what. Okay. So do it on a paper either and share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you could draw a color picture. I suggest she can means she is able to. B, he must, it is necessary. A, you should, I advise. B, we shall find a treasure. We are likely to find. B, I said that I would make, I intend to. B, you may leave, you're allowed to leave. A, I will have, I am going to have. They might, it is possible. B, any doubt? So please write yes if it is clear. Great. So models means what? Models means can means present ability, could means past ability, must means compulsory, have to is also compulsory, should is an advice, would is you intend to do something, will is you are sure, shall means you are likely to. And these are the negative ones. So modal verbs shows either your ability or is it a necessary or is it an advice or how much probability is there. Okay. And also for questions, can is formal is a casual question we can ask from our friends, like can I take your pencil. Could is formal, could I please sit here. Okay, so it can be used as a question also. Now, in modal verbs, subject plus modal verb and then first form of the verb. Always you have to use first form of the verb. Okay, you should go. Go is first verb. He must polish. Polish is first form. You could draw. Draw is first form. She can speak. Speak is first form. So it's always first form of the word after the modal. Now, what are modal adverbs? When you have ly words, then which shows probability, which shows certainty that whether it will happen or not, how much chances are there. So the flavor of the soup could possibly be improved. You can choose any of the ly words which is given depending on the situation. Bet can apparently any chance. You have to. So you cannot have modal adverb. So in these sentences, some where you will be able to put the adverbs, modal adverbs, and in some sentences you will not be able to put any modal adverb. It is only possible when there is a possibility, but if it is 100% sure, then there is no need of a modal adverb, like you must. So there is no other chance. So that means modal adverb will not come. Okay, the yacht should be in the harbor, should possibly be in the harbor. Now there is a chance. Might, now already might means a possibility. So you cannot have the sculpture might be genuine. So you cannot put another, two words cannot show the probability. So if there is already a word which is showing the probability, you need not put any other word. We would definitely visit. May I have. Now again for the question, you cannot have the modal adverb. May I possibly have? No. May I certain? No. It's a question. Okay. So you will be having modal adverbs only where you have to show probability or certainty. Okay. Perhaps I'll go to the party. That means you are not sure. I will definitely go to the party means you are very sure. So something which is not certain to something which is very certain, we use these modal adverbs. Okay. So they show how certain we are, ranging from something which is perhaps uncertain to definitely which is 100%. Okay. So they can be used with the main verb and the modal ones. Okay, so here the children need to identify which is the modal verb, which is the modal verb, and then rewrite using a different adverb. Okay. So could is modal verb, can is modal verb, verbs, modal verbs which we have just done, can, could, must is, should, might, would, and may. These are modal verbs. Now, in some of the sentences, we'll be able to put apparently, surely, certainly, clearly, definitely, probably, perhaps, obviously, maybe, possibly, absolutely. Then these are modal adverbs. But not all the sentences can have this, because this only shows the certainty. And if you are already very certain about something and it is mentioned in the sentence, then there's no need to put another word saying the same thing. Okay. Please type yes if it is clear. You can write doubt if you have a doubt. Okay, everyone is clear. Now, what are imperatives? Imperatives means command. Go, Now, every day from morning till night, we use 80% sentences which are imperative, especially when we talk to our kids. Come, go, run, eat, sleep, drink. These are orders. So they start directly from the verb. Finish your food, stand up, sit down, go inside, bring the glass, read the storybook. Okay, so when you start directly with a verb giving a command, these are imperative sentences, so the children can roll and play the roll dice game, where the instructions which are written here are imperative. Go forward, through a 6, miss a go back, have another go, return, go back. So all these are what? Commands, imperative sentences. This part is not anymore included because nowadays we don't do this formal and informal writing. We do email writing. So there's no need of this. Also, this left and right, now everything comes on the left hand side only. Okay. Alliteration we did, I think, on the first day when you had to introduce yourself with the first sound of your name. So mustard, mango, mayonnaise, when you have the same sound as the beginning sound. B sound, blueberry, butter, bacon bites. H sound, peppermint, pickle, pinwheel. K sound, cabbage, cricket, crunch. Okay. So this is alliteration. So the children have to use the word and make a funny sentence, silly sentence with the same sound like this. So these are the examples of alliteration. With this, we finish our Jolly Grammar level 1 to level 6. Here the children, this is the last page where they have to write some examples of articles. So it is a and the, they have to write the example of common and proper noun, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, prepositions, and conjunctions. So time is also over and we have finished with all 6 levels of grammar. And from Monday, we are going to start with the spelling rules. So whatever spelling rule is there in grammar book, that also, and many other rules also will be discussing. Request is also imperative. Yes, it should not have a subject. Okay, please give me a pencil. So there is no subject. We don't say you please give me a pencil. So when there is no subject and the sentence starts directly from the verb, then it's a imperative sentence. Okay. So we can have a doubt session tomorrow if you want. Go through everything again and let me know if there's any doubt. We can clear your doubts tomorrow because from Monday we have our spelling rule workshop. So most of you have taken the combo offer, which was on the first day. So I will see all of you. Okay. In case someone is there who is not enrolled and still wants to join, can message me. Okay. Good night, everyone. Also, I'll share a form. You need to fill that form and then you'll get the certificate for your Jolly Grammar. Okay. So how did you find the session? You share your experiences of all 6 days. Were you always excited for the workshop? That it's going to be 9 p.m. Very interesting. Thank you, Nidhi. I want to hear from everyone. What do you have to say? What have you learned? How you found it? Was it something different? How was your experience? Please share. That's a kind of motivation the trainer gets. Okay, I'm so sorry. I have to first unmute you all. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, you can speak also. Yeah. Everyone, please share your experiences one by one. Yes, Aksa. Yes, Aksa.
Yes, ma'am. Best experience ever. Seriously.
So did you find something different? And the day you joined and now, do you find some difference?
Yes, ma'am. Like it was very interesting. Like I was very excited to join. Like for me, it's totally different. Everything.
Okay. Petzela is writing um, best mentor way. Please speak up. I would love to hear from you all. Yes, Suchi, Harsha, Neelam, everyone.
It was great experience, ma'am. Grammar could be so much means joyful. It was really a joyful experience. It's such an activity to teach states, and we also learned many things. It was
Thank you.
very great.
Yes.
Yes,
Others,
ma'am.
Neelam?
I am already teaching grammar, Jolly Grammar in Dubai. So it's almost related to this. And I was finding it so difficult to teach the way they learn this in school because already the children are from UK schools, British schools. So it is very interesting. And I got my almost all the doubts clear in the class. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Nidhi, I would love to hear from you. Petzela, Geeta.
The class was very interesting, ma'am. Like like the day 3 to 6. Since I don't work with that age group of children because I work with children with disability, so I don't really prefer working with the older kids. But as a personal thing, it was a lot of things that I learned. So maybe I may teach in the future, but I don't think I would like to work with the older kids. It was very interesting.
Yeah, but you never know. And if you get that chance, then do take that chance and have some fun in your grammar class.
Ma'am, I have class 3 students, but it is actually not fun because, like you were mentioning that, like for day 1 is class 1, so it is the basic grammar, like the basic common noun, proper noun. But over here in Kolkata, like you have collective nouns from class 1 only, abstract noun in class 2. So there is so much of pressure. So I really don't feel like teaching that older children because I personally don't follow this curriculum. I really don't like the education system over here that much. So I prefer working with the toddler group or with disabilities so that you work on ADL skills, EPL skills, and everything.
Okay. Yeah, but then even when you are dealing with small kids, even just the colors and actions of parts of speech will do wonders.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What about others? Petzela. Neelam has written every day. I read before so that I understand. Okay. Yes, Varsha. Shipra. So, yeah.
Ma'am, feeling much more confident now.
Thank you, Geeta.
Ma'am
Because
said instructing and informative also.
Thank you. Yes, Shipra. You can unmute yourself. Okay. Anyway, so I loved all these 6 days with you all, and I'm excited for the next workshop which we are doing for the spelling rules. So see you all there. Good night. And if there's any doubt, you can ping me so that we can have a doubt session.